Hello and good morning everybody from Melbourne Tullamarine International Airport, Terminal 4. Today I'm going to be flying at Jetstar on board an Airbus A321neo from here in Melbourne up to Gold Coast in southeast Queensland. Okay, so as mentioned before, I'm flying on the Airbus A321neo, which is Jetstar's newest aircraft. So I'm very excited to try that out today. My first time on the type as well. Okay, so now here inside Terminal 4. When you first get in from the T4 car park, here's the Rex check-in. And I think Bonza will probably be here maybe? Not too sure. Because at the time of recording, Bonza haven't launched from Tullamarine yet, but they will probably by the time you're seeing this. And then just up here is a massive section of the Jetstar check-in. So let's go to one of these kiosks and check in. Okay, so check-in now complete. I have my boarding pass. Don't have any bags to drop. I've just got carry-on. So the check-in process here with Jetstar is pretty easy. There's a couple of staff members around, but not heaps. However, no help needed for me today. The touch screens are, everything's slowly getting more and more responsive these days. So it's responsive, but it isn't the most responsive that I've ever had. So yeah. Anyways, now let's go up these escalators and find security. And yeah, then check out Airside. There's a very big queue up here. It's kind of the morning rush here at Melbourne Tullamarine. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. So now let's go through security. Security check completed. They did pull my bag aside for checking, which they seem to do a lot because there's a lot of cords and stuff in there. But yeah, it's pretty busy today, but still nothing that the security here can't handle, since it's very efficient and quick security here at Melbourne at Tullamarine Terminal 4. Okay, so Terminal 4 seems to be getting even more renovations. Boost here has moved from like here or something, I think. It's now here. There's Daniel's Donuts. Mezzazaza, I think, is also new. Sushi recently moved here. And there's a new Soul Origin coming in here. So yeah, lots of new stuff and exciting stuff coming around here at Melbourne Tullamarine. Okay, so let's just get a quick boost for breakfast and then we'll head to the gate shortly. Okay, so there was a pre-boarding announcement made about 5 minutes ago. It's now 10 minutes before boarding, so let's head over to the gate. We have gate 46 today, which, as usual with Jetstar, is right on the other end of the terminal. This isn't mine plane, unfortunately, because it's a very good view from here. Here's another Jetstar Airbus A321neo. Anyways, now let's head down these escalators and board.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jetstar is personal paging passengers travelling on Jetstar 5560 to Brisbane.
My plane for today is just boarding here. This is Victor Hotel, Oscar Foxtrot Papa. It's a December 2022 delivered Airbus A321neo LR. Delivered brand new to Jetstar. So this aircraft at the time of flying is only, in fact it's under 4 months old, so it's a very new bird. I'm super excited to be flying on it today. So let's go over to the boarding gate since we started boarding and check out what it's like on board. Just told by one person to put my bag on the scale, and the other person told me not to. Bit confusing. Anyways, now time to board.
Hey buddy, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good, thanks. Just the front seats.
Yeah. Thank you. Hi.
Lovely.
Welcome on board the lovely, fresh Jetstar Airbus A321neo. Seats on this aircraft are in a 3-3 layout, with 232 seats in economy class configuration. My seat for today is 9A. Welcome on board the Jetstar Airbus A321neo, seat 9A. Now let's go through the seat features. Okay, so first off, leg room is 74 centimetres, I believe, or 29 inches. It's better than the old A321s and the same as the current A320s. So, yeah, I'm about 5 foot, so yeah, make what you will of the leg room. It's a low-cost airline, so I think the leg room's pretty, for a low-cost airline, it's pretty okay. But certainly nothing to be excited about, and if you're tall it would get a bit uncomfortable. There's a seat back pocket here for your personal items, which is nicely flexible, but just be careful that nothing falls out here. Up here there's a separate pouch for the safety card menu, and it looks like the seats have magazines. It's strange. This aircraft did operate a flight from Bali to Melbourne last night. Arrived in about 9 hours ago, something. So bring the tray table down, and it's actually quite dirty. There's crumbs and stains and stuff. I kind of wish they had cleaned it, considering they have plenty of time, but it is what it is. The size, it's smaller than the other tray tables, but it's still a good size, and you can pull it out and in a fair bit. But it's also very, like, everything works very smoothly. Then there's this little thing that you can put down here, a device holder. So yeah, that's good, because I think there might be streaming entertainment or something like this on this aircraft. I'm not sure. But there's a little cup holder here as well. So yeah. There's also little coat hooks on the side of each seat. There's 2 per seat, and there's a USB outlet here, which is also very nice to see. There is no headrest, however it is shaped quite nicely to fit the body. And there's also overhead air vents that you can adjust as well. So yeah. Overall, it's such an improvement to Jetstar's Airbus A321-200s, and even a big improvement to the Airbus A320s. This is certainly an aircraft that I would prefer every day of the week compared to their other narrow bodies, and I'm quite impressed with what they've done with this low-cost seat. I think this is a pretty cool and nifty thing, and yeah. Overall, I'm very happy with the seat features on board the Jetstar Airbus A321neo.
First Officer Grant Campbell, flight time to the Gold Coast is approximately 1 hour and 40 minutes. Just a friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that smoking, vaping and e-cigarettes is not permitted on board at any time. Please ensure that you do comply with this. If you are travelling with young children, please do take care when lowering your armrest. Please ensure that your electronic devices are now in flight mode. Your handheld devices may be used during takeoff. Your laptops must be switched off now and stowed away. We do kindly ask that you remove your USB cord from the back of the seat for takeoff and landing. We are just finalising the last of the paperwork. We do appreciate your prompt boarding. Thank you and welcome on board. 30 your service through to the Gold Coast. I do require all passengers to remain seated with your seatbelt fastened. That does include infants and children.
Do the seatbelt by lifting the buckle flap. The seatbelt is most effective when worn low, tight, and throughout the entire flight. Make sure you're familiar with the brace position best suited to your seat. The onboard safety instruction card in your seat pocket shows pictures of your brace position along with other important safety information. The A321neo has 10 emergency exits, which we'll now show you. 2 at the front, 4 over the wing, 2 behind the wing, and 2 at the back of the cabin. So please leave everything behind. If a mask like this appears from above you, pull it down firmly to start a supply of oxygen. Quickly put it over your mouth and nose and breathe normally. Keep the mask in place by fitting and tightening the strap, and then help others around you. There is a life jacket located in a pouch under your seat. Place it over your head, pass the strap around your back, clip it at the front. Only inflate your life jacket as you leave the aircraft by pulling down on the red tag. You can top up your life jacket by blowing into this mouthpiece. The life jacket also has a whistle and a light to attract attention. There are emergency escape and flotation devices accessible from each exit, and life rafts at the rear of the aircraft. By law, you must not tamper with or remove any aircraft equipment unless authorized.
Now time for takeoff.
In just a moment, we'll be coming through the cabin to begin service, starting with pre-purchased meals, followed by a buy on board. You are welcome to pay with all major debit and credit card with a Visa or MasterCard symbol. Jetstar does not accept pay waves, so please have a physical card ready. Please keep in mind that we may ask for photo ID, which is strictly prohibited. We do ask that you sit back and relax on today's service.
Okay, so now airborne with that absolutely beautiful view and that takeoff sound with the CFM LEAP engines is also pretty beautiful. Absolutely stunning out there. Okay, so now let's just have a quick look at the menu, because I'm going to be getting something from it today. So starting off here we have soft drinks and lots of different options priced. Yeah, not too bad. Some alcoholic beverages, savoury snacks, sweet snacks. I think I'm going to get the coconut slice today. Some light meals and noodles. There's also some hot drinks, and I think I'm going to get a chai as usual. There's also quite a few combos where you can save a few dollars, and those combos also cost. The combos also cost a couple dollars less online, so I do suggest if you know you're going to have something, then you pre-book. So yeah, and then right on the back somewhere, yeah, there's international meals. But yeah, that's about it for the Jetstar buy on board menu. I think it's a pretty good menu. Prices are pretty okay, not the best, but soft drinks I think are pretty well priced. Snacks, I'm not too sure. It's hard comparing them to the Asian competitors for international routes, but for domestic, compared to other airlines, it's pretty okay. However, Bonza does have better priced meals, snacks and combos. So yeah. Cabin crew now coming around to do the buy on board service. They seem to have started from row 10, which works out very nice for me.
Take the screen down with your first officer. And the very lovely Caitlin, your gap manager, heads up on 1 for team heading up to Gold Coast. By the way, nicely from Melbourne this morning, fairly quick departure. We're just cruising through 27,000 feet, heading up to 35,000 feet. As you can see, it's a lovely morning for flying. Smooth conditions. We are expecting that pretty much to remain the duration all the way into Gold Coast. At the moment, it's fairly smooth, so we have turned the seatbelts on. I do recommend you are seated to keep the seatbelt on just in case of any unexpected bumps along the way. That being said, the weather into the Gold Coast, there has been some showers going through at the moment. There's a little bit of cloud around. It's fairly calm winds, very lovely 22 degrees for a touchdown. Touchdown time is 6 minutes past the hour at the gate. Shortly after that, so all going well with air traffic control, we'll actually be into Gold Coast 10 minutes early. With that, I'll leave you to enjoy the service from Caitlin. Should there be any further updates on arrival time or weather, I'll get back to you a little later in the flight. For now, please sit back, enjoy the ride. Thank you for flying Jetstar.
Okay, so I think we're still climbing to a cruising altitude of 35,000 feet. We should almost be there though. Friendly cabin crew just came around, and I've got my buy on board stuff. So I got a chai latte and this coconut and dark chocolate slice. I've had both of these before. I'm assuming they'll be up to the same standard. This one I do quite like, and the chai's pretty okay as well, considering it's just like powder tea or whatever. I'm not too sure how it works, but yeah. Let's check out the slice. Okay, so here's the coconut and dark chocolate slice, and in there is my chai tea, as it's marketed on the menu. So yeah, all in all, I think I'm very happy with the amount of options they offer on the buy on board service, and the prices are pretty solid as well. So far it's been a smooth and very nice flight here on board Jetstar. cabin crew just came around to collect some rubbish. Not much has really happened, so I think it's been about half an hour, maybe 20 minutes, probably 20 minutes since the barnboard service. So yeah, very smooth up here and a nice flight so far. Just had a little bit of a power nap. Seats are actually quite comfy for a 2-hour flight. No issues there. Cabin crew just came around along with the pre-landing announcement for the quarantine authorities, whatever that is. But yeah, so cabin crew just came around to collect last minute rubbish, and yeah, should be landing in Gold Coast 10 minutes early in about 20 minutes.
Open your window shade and stow your tray table. That you take a moment to review the location of your nearest exits.
Okay, so we have now well and truly started our descent into Gold Coast Coolangatta International Airport. Still loving the CFM engine view. It's very cloudy out there at the moment. Gold Coast is getting quite a lot of rain, and there's some minor flooding further up north. So yeah, can expect some rain. Mood lighting has been switched on, and yeah, we should be landing in not too long now.
Landing. Please make sure your seatbelt and the seatbelt of infants and children travelling with you is now fastened. The cabin crew team will now be seated for landing. Thank you.
Beautiful approach into Gold Coast Coolangatta International Airport, which is just over there. Now let's start the conclusion of today's video. Okay, so our journey today started in Melbourne, Tullamarine. The check-in process was pretty good, pretty responsive, and security was not too bad. It was quite busy but efficient and modern. The boarding process was pretty okay. It did take, considering it's an A321, it didn't take too long, but it also definitely wasn't quick. But yeah, and then once on board, firstly it was easy to notice that it just felt really light and nice in the cabin. However, it doesn't smell new at all in here, which is interesting. So yeah, the seat features itself are really good. I mean, they don't really, they're still not better than Qantas's 737 or even Virgin's 737, probably not quite. But it's a really solid product. And for a low-cost carrier, I think the seat's actually really impressive. Considering the price, I think the seat is very, very acceptable. And I actually think it's pretty impressive. So yeah. And once we got in the air, the bar and board service was fine. The prices are pretty okay. Nothing special though. The crew friendly, but also not overly friendly. And yeah, it was all just a really smooth service. It's been a very smooth flight. And well, overall, I would say that I've loved the Jetstar Airbus A321neo experience. It's a wonderful aircraft. Seat features are great compared to their other planes, and it's actually a bit of a for the first time, except for the Dreamliner, I would actually say that I would highly recommend Jetstar on this route. if you can manage to get an A321neo, that is. I originally booked on this aircraft and then it was switched to an A321-200 and stayed like that for a while, a couple months or something, and then just about a week before the flight it got switched back to an A321neo, which is good. So yeah, but keep in mind that the A321neo, it's kind of hard to get on because they like to change it, you could say. So yeah. Jetstar on this route, look, I'll be honest, I don't actually know exactly what it starts from, but I think it's about $65. Sale price can be as low as $40. And yeah. Qantas on this route is pretty ridiculous. I think it's like $170. Virgin starts from about the $100 mark, as does Rex. So yeah. Look, if you can get Jetstar for $62 and you don't need heaps of baggage, then I would say Jetstar's Airbus A321neo is definitely the best option. Most certainly pick the A321neo over any other Jetstar aircraft. However, if it's a similar price tag to the likes of the Virgin Light fare, then I would consider if you have Virgin status or not. If you don't have Virgin status, then probably doesn't matter either way. They're both solid products. But if you're comparing this to Rex, I think Rex is still a better option. But if the A321neo is going to end up any bit cheaper than your other flight, then I would say go for it. Because I've had a really nice experience today on Jetstar's A321neo. So yeah, highly recommend it. And now enjoy the stunning approach into Gold Coast Coolangatta International Airport. Welcome to Gold Coast. Scoot 787's in the background. Unfortunately, they've announced after June they're going to stop flying to Gold Coast, which is sad, but still here for now.
My pleasure to welcome you to the Gold Coast. Local time is 8:07 a.m. Jetstar would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land. Would also like to pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until we have reached the gate and the captain has switched off the seatbelt sign. You'll be leaving us via the forward and the rear doors. Please follow the directions of our team, and for your safety, please do hold on to the handrail. Smoking, vaping and e-cigarettes is not permitted on the tarmac or in the airport terminal. If your phone is within reach, you can switch it on now.
Cabin crew, just open the doors, please.
Hi. See ya. It's very humid here. There's on and off showers. Very tropical. Okay, welcome to Gold Coast. Very happy to be back here. Haven't been here for, I think it's been about oh no, never mind, it hasn't been that long. Yeah, it's weird because it's beautiful and sunny and sticky. And there's like water everywhere. So strange. Yeah, once again, welcome to Gold Coast. I think it's now about time to finish up today's video. First off, I'd like to thank you all for watching today's video. A like and subscription if you enjoyed would be very much appreciated, but it's not necessary nor expected. Check out my website at aviation763.com for information on upcoming flights and easier navigation to certain airlines trip reports. Also, check out my Instagram if you like at aviation763_. Posted some stories about today's flight on there, so if you want some somewhat live updates, cool photos, and if you want to check it out, feel free to. It's at aviation763_. Last but most certainly not least, thank you to all my incredible Patreons who help to make these videos possible. Your support is so much appreciated, and I couldn't do what I do without their help. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go into Gold Coast City for a little bit before flying back down to Melbourne later today with Virgin, so stay tuned to see that, since this will probably be out before then. So, yeah. Once again, thank you all for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you in my next one.
My pleasure to welcome you to the Gold Coast. Local time is 8:07 a.m. Jetstar would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land. Would also like to pay our respects to elders past, present and